Welcome. Step right up. Best days behind you. Next stop, decline. Welcome to the show where it all gets worse. Started out a blessing, now it feel like a curse. First it was gold, now it's rust on the surface. Still call it an upgrade, like that lie got the purpose. They reel you in sweet, then they swap out the deal. Took the sugar from the recipe and charge for the peel.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Enshittification Files. This is Paul, and today we're going to talk about Google. Remember when Google felt like the good guy? Their motto was, "Don't be evil." Yeah, and that was real, but not the whole story. Here's the truth. Google did not start out enshittified. First, they earned your trust with quality products and services, and then, only then, did they decide to monetize later on, after they had you hooked. First, there was the golden age. It was, wow, this stuff is great. I can't believe it's free. Google came out with a search engine that was better than the others at the time. Better than Yahoo, better than Alta Vista, better than Jeeves, everything else that was out there. And there was no clutter, no portals. It was very simple, just a nice clean list of results that actually seemed like results. And it was so good that websites began to have to cater to Google's algorithm. A website's page search rank became a very big deal. Pages that did not have a decent page rank disappeared, or at the very least were listed far down the list. Then came the extras, Gmail, with absurd memory and storage and great spam filtering. Google Documents, which basically meant you didn't have to pay for Microsoft Office anymore for word processing and spreadsheets. Google Drive with tons of storage. Google Calendar that let you share your calendars between people easily. Overnight, it turned Microsoft Office into a dinosaur. So this wasn't just about convenience. This was democratization, or at least it felt that way. Then came one of the largest moves in technology history. Linux, a free operating system available for computers, became available, thanks to Google, on smartphones. Google introduced Android, and instead of locking everything down, Google said, here's a free operating system for phones and tablets. The result of this was cheaper smartphones, cheaper tablets, and a real functional alternative to Apple. And don't get me wrong, I am a huge fan of Apple, but competition makes everyone better, and it keeps prices in check. And unlike Apple, with Apple Maps, Google solved another huge problem. They stopped people from getting lost. Google Maps offers turn-by-turn navigation. It always tells you where you are, and if you do get off course, it will correct that course for you. Before that, I was printing MapQuest pages on my printer and taking them with me and trying to look at the pages as I was driving. Now, we just listen to a calm voice tell us we missed a turn, and it just corrects us the next time we have a chance. And all of this is free. And let's not forget video. Google made a brief attempt at their own video platform and then decided to just buy YouTube because YouTube had created a whole new class of human beings, content creators, normal, amateur people like me who talk to a camera, people who try to share knowledge about everyday things. And that's you, that's me, that's anyone who wants to create and post a video on YouTube. Google also made the internet safer. Gmail filters out a lot of scams before people even see them. Google Chrome, even though it's not my personal preference for browsers, has pushed the envelope for browsers. Google pushed security measures like HTTPS for all websites. It's because of Google that became the norm. And a lot of other important internet infrastructure owes a lot to Google. And now we get to the part where this channel lives. All of that was setting the stage because once Google became essential, the incentives shifted. Because now it's not about delighting and helping the user. It's about extracting value from them. Do you remember Google+? Google rolled out Google+ in a huge way. And then once they determined they couldn't monetize it properly, they just made the whole thing go away. Google search results, they're still good, but now you have to be very careful. There are ads that look like answers, and some answers are more geared toward keeping you on the screen than solving your problem. The results sometimes just feel optimized for Google, not for users. And YouTube, still incredible, but also more ads, more nonsense, algorithm weirdness, creators optimizing for survival, not for content. And what about all the clean, simple tools? They're all still there, but they're somehow wrapped in a business model. Your Google Drive space is limited now, and it's across the entire spectrum of apps. Your Google Photos, Drive, and email all occupy the same space, and they decide what they're going to charge for that space on an annual basis. But here's the real insight that I think a lot of people miss. Google isn't bad because they're doing these things. They're just recognizing that they're a business. And I personally think Google has done a very good job in recognizing that point of equilibrium between what they're offering and what the price should be, because their tools are excellent and there is a value to them and they should make money. And this is what companies need to do to keep people from leaving. The danger for Google is in extracting too much from people, because what a lot of people aren't realizing is that Google is also selling a vast amount of data to data brokers. And data brokers are something I will touch on in other videos because it is an enormous business. There's the old saying, if you aren't paying for a product, you are the product. So the same company that gave you free global communication like Gmail and Google Voice, free productivity tools, free navigation, and free search results to the vast amount of knowledge that's available online, also built one of the most powerful advertising machines ever created. And these two things are not in conflict. It's just a balancing act. And Google isn't the perfect case of enshittification because it was always bad or because it's gone bad. It's because it was once just so good that now the decline just feels personal.
Used to feel like magic, now it's pop-ups and spam. Every feature that they add just to feed in the mass. Friends in your feed, now it's brands in your face. Used to talk to your people, now you scroll through an ad parade. Step 1, treat you sweet till you swear that you need it. Step 2, make it worse, pray to greed, you don't leave it. Step 3, squeeze the juice till the fruit turn dry. Then they shrug on the stage, say that's progress, right? Welcome to the slide, yeah, you know the ride.